What's up, guys? We're here with the MMBA. It is actually week number, I think, three or four. I think it's three. So we're actually going against the Houston Rotoms and Nazar. If you guys are hyped for this match, and as I do get into this, feel free to drop a like down below and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. Also, there will be a link to the team builder. So if you guys are wondering what we brought to this match and my overall thoughts to that, there will be a link to that in the description down below. So if you guys want to go check that out before you do watch the rest of this video, that would be awesome. Apart from that, if you guys just want to watch the match, I'm just going to go right over the match right now. Pretty much, my opponent actually brought a very strange team. Well, I actually expected a lot of these stuff. I did not expect the Venusaur 100%. I did not expect him to bring the Gardevoir, which was a bit surprising. Everything else I kind of expected him to bring. Tyranitar, he was going to bring, I knew. Megazard Y, he was going to bring that. Pangoro to slaughter my team, I knew he was going to bring that. There was a high possibility of Excadrill, so I kind of expected Excadrill. The only two I really didn't 100% expect was Venusaur, which was a 50-50 chance. He did bring that, and the Gardevoir, which I really didn't expect him to bring, just because it kind of got bodied by 11 things on my team. I'm assuming he brought it as a response to Latias, just because I think he expected me to bring Latias for a switch into Zard, so I think that's maybe the reason why he brought it. Apart from that, so far I think we're 2-0, I think. So, doing pretty decent. I'm just gonna keep going, doing whatever I've been doing, hopefully. So, we're gonna hop into this. I leave with my Venusaur. There's really not much that wants to take any hits from this thing, apart from Zard Y, which I can always switch out on. He leaves with Pangoro. He goes with a parting shot. Now he does outspeed me here, which does throw up a red flag that he could possibly be scarfed, unless he does max speed, because if he's max speed, he does outspeed me. I'm fully defensive. I go for the Sleep Powder, as Excadrill does come in here. I wasn't quite sure what the thing was going to do. Go for the Giga Drain. It does around about 30%, so we get some decent damage back here. I was hoping we can get the 3-turn sleep as well, which looks like we do. And there's really no play I have to do here, just because I really have nothing that wants to go out and waste turn sleep coming in on this Excadrill. He switches here, goes out into the Zard, which does take a Giga Drain. Now we actually did a match before this where I actually accidentally clicked Sleep Powder, and then I was trying to cancel it, and it actually went before I could cancel, so we had to restart the match, which kind of sucks. So I go into Latias here. Now he's actually running a physical Zard, so I'm assuming that's like max attack by that damage. I was really surprised with physical Zard, just because physical, you start going to deal with physical Zard. So Latias, again, he brings in Tyranitar here, which I kind of knew he would do. I wanted to roost up just in case he wanted to go for Flare Blitz again. He would be taking more recoil, and I could get rid of another turn of Sun. That goes in Tyranitar here. I knew this was probably going to Pursuit Trap me here, which Pursuit really doesn't do too much unless he's like banded. From this damage, we know he's not banded, so and Surf does a clean around about, I think, 30-something%. So once the sand's gone, at least. Just roost off here again. He actually reveals the Stone Edge, so Stone Edge is around about a little bit less than half. So there's really nothing I can really do with this thing apart from like Surf, and there's nothing that really wants to come in and take it from this thing. If I switch out, I could possibly get Pursuit Trapped, which I do not want to take a Pursuit on this thing. I need the thing around for the Zard and the Venusaur at this point in the match, so I kind of really want to keep this thing around. I just go for the Pursuit again as I go for the Roost on this next turn. Do happen to snag a crit Surf, which was a bit, I wasn't saying crucial, but it's just a bit of a niche there on my side, I guess. It really didn't do too much more, to be honest. And we know he's not locked into anything, so I'm assuming he's maybe like, I'm not quite sure. He's not Assault Vest because I'm assuming he's maybe offensive. I'm not quite sure what he was really running at this point in the match, but he actually ends up revealing it here. It's actually a Resto Chesto set. Very unique on my opponent's part. Did not expect a Resto Chesto Tyranitar, so props to my opponent. Wasn't quite sure what his last move was either. So far we saw Rest, Pursuit, and Stone Edge, as he does reveal the rocks here. So he has nothing really to touch. Pretty much, he has nothing that can really touch Lycanroc, which is also a very good sign. I can bring that thing in freely on this thing. He has like no, doesn't have Ice Beam, or he doesn't have nothing really to touch it. So like Crunch, I think he would have Crunch here. He probably would have killed my Latias by now. But go for the Surf, and we actually take out the Tyranitar, so that's a huge threat off the field. Once the sand's gone, or once the sand was already gone, so no more sand for the Excadrill. He's running like a Scarf Excadrill, which could still be a problem. He goes onto the Gardevoir here, traces my Levitate, which really isn't that big of a deal. I go out here, I'm actually going to switch out into the Ninetales. Now, I really had nothing that I really want to take a hit from this thing. I was assuming like a Hyper, or like Moonblast, or maybe a Psychic predicting Venusaur to come in right here. He actually goes for the sub, so good play by my opponent. Now right here, my opponent makes a very great play. He actually ends up going out into the Zard when I actually go for the Roar Veil. So very good play by my opponent, actually canceling out the Hail and actually putting up the Sun again on my Roar Veil. So I was very impressed by that play in the match. I was like, holy shit, nice play, man. I'm going to go out here, I'm going to go right back out into Latias. There's really nothing I have to take a hit from this thing. And we know it's at least semi-physical, or at least maybe could be mixed at this point in the match. We really don't know. Again, Flare Blitz does a shitload. I cannot take two of them, so I'm going to have to sack. Either he goes for a Roost here or something like that, or sack the Latias here. So Latias is going to get sacked, which kind of does suck. But I have Lycanroc in the back, which threatens this thing out every time, which is also very good. We go to Chumley here. Now, I was originally going to go for the Accelerock. I was like, well, he's going to switch something in here. I was assuming the Venusaur or the Pangoro was going to come out here. They don't want to take a Stone Edge. My opponent at this point in the match has nothing that wants to take a Stone Edge. Plus, I still have my Z move left, so I can always throw off a Z Brick Break into all-out pummeling on something if I need to. I'm going to go into Rick Harrison here, take the Drain Punch. Again, wasn't really quite sure if the thing was Scarfed at this point in the match either. So, judging by the damage, though, it's not banded. So we at least know it's not banded. And right here we actually find out he's not Scarf, which is actually very nice. It means my Krookodile will outspeed, actually my Ninetales will outspeed, and my Lycanroc will still outspeed it, so that's very nice. I can always get that Brick Break off, or the all-out pummeling off on it if I need to, which is probably the only thing I really needed on the point, apart from the Excadrill. He goes with Roost, predicting a switch. I really don't need my Venusaur for too much, apart from like Pangoro and maybe Excadrill, which Excadrill is still asleep, so was really going for the poison as well. I do actually snag a poison there. He actually goes for the Flare Blitz. Since he's physical, I'm fully physically defensive. I'm able to actually eat a Flare Blitz, which is very surprising. I go for the Sludge Bomb, and the poison actually does kill him here. So, where you're going to see a Mega Venusaur taking out a Charizard Y, guys. It just happened right here. So, props to Rick Harrison this week picking up a kill on Zard Y. Gardevoir going to trace him a Thick Fat, not really that big of a deal. Going to pick me off with the Psychic here, which I guess kind of does suck, but I really had to switch in. I guess I could have went out to Krookodile, but if he would have went for like a Fairy move, then I would have been screwed. And Krookodile is one of my win cons at this point in the match. If I get an Earthquake up at this point, and get some of my Moxie boost going, I can pretty much sweep him with Krookodile. So I go for the Moonblast here. It does a lot of damage. He encores me in, predicting actually an Aurora Veil, which I kind of just wanted damage at this point in the match. I really didn't need the Aurora Veil too much. He really has nothing at this point in the match that really wants to take Moonblast or Freeze Dry, so I just want damage off. So I come in late game with Lycanroc or Krookodile and clean up the game. That's really what I was trying to do at this point in the match. Get the special attack drop, which is a bit unfortunate, but again, it's a 30% chance, I think, with Moonblast, so can't be too mad there. I'm just going to get as much damage off on this thing as possible, just because I need this thing at least weakened for Krookodile and Lycanroc to come in and pick it off. With the hail damage, it's going to be a very close roll for Stone Edge to take it out. So, I'm going to go out here into Hitmonlee. I think Hitmonlee at this point in the match can clean it up as well. I do have the Mach Punch. I have the Poison Jab for the Gardevoir. He actually goes out into the Pangoro here. Actually, as he goes for the Poison Jab, I think, or actually makes a double. Never mind. Gonna switch out here. He's gonna go right out into Gardevoir. He's going to try tracing my Unburden, predicting maybe a knockoff or something. I go for the Fake Out, and my normal gem activates, so that's very nice. And now we have our Unburden boost. He has nothing on his team apart from Scarfers that wants to outspeed me, like a Scarf Excadrill. Apart from that, we know his Venusaur is not scarfed, or his Pangoro is not scarfed. So, go for the poison jab. We take a sludge bomb. We do not get poisoned. I'm not quite sure how much the poison really would matter, just because I can come in with Kabutow and clean up the game as well. Goes into Pangoro. I click close combat at this point 2 times, and I win the game. So, props to my opponent. X-Drill is still asleep for I think 1 or 2 more turns, and we click close combat and we should pick up a 4-0 victory over Nazar. A game I really was not expecting to win. So, we played very well in that match. I do admit we did play very well. Props to my opponent for bringing Physical Zard X and Sub Gardevoir. Definitely kind of threw me off guard as well. Apart from that, GG to my opponent. We're actually, I think, 3-0 now, so not the best of records, but still decent. If you guys enjoy, feel free to drop a like down below. I'll be back with next week's match, which we'll be going against. I'm not even actually sure who we're going against. I haven't looked in the sheet. I've been so busy. Apart from that, I'm going to see you guys next video. Peace.